guys, hi, good morning. It's me, Nay. The sun is shining bright. My skin is popping, melanin be popping. Okay, guys, thank you for coming to my station, to my channel, Nay Say POV, where pop culture meets history. This morning's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is who really got your back? Okay, who really got your back? All right, so did you all see that State of the Union? Listen, I told you on my video from yesterday, I did not see the State of the Union, but what I did see are many clips. All right, so check this out. I want to give you a little story, right? The other day, right, I'm out, me chilling, walking around in the supermarket. I see this girl, pretty girl, really attractive, right? This guy is scoping her out. You know, my law enforcement spidey senses say, watch this scene play out. So the pretty girl is in the aisle. Yeah, she dressed kind of right and tight, but it's all good. You know, ain't no hating going on over here. I see dude, he's scoping her out, right? Remember, today's topic is who really got your back. So dude is scoping her out, and rightfully so. I mean, you know, you see something cute, you want to holler at it. No harm, no foul, right? But dude, to me, right, he looks on the creepy side. It's all good. I'm not going to say anything yet. It's just a man looking at a pretty lady. But what dude does not know is she got a couple of friends, but they're on the other aisle. I already peeped that whole scene. She looking for what she looking for, and they are looking for what they are looking for. But he does not know that her homegirls are on the other side. Who really got your back? That's this morning's topic. So I peeped dude approaching her, and she's, you know how you brush, ladies, you know how we brush dudes off, but we do it kind of nicely. Well, thank you so much, I appreciate that, is what she said, something around that, right? Because I'm ear hustling now. So he's still coming heavy, and she like, nah. Now he like poking at her, like trying to touch her arm and stuff, and she do one of these numbers. Meanwhile, her homegirls are coming around the corner. I'm standing there because I'm like, yo, if dude do something a little too cray-cray, I'm going to have to do the Code of Gash. And those in the NYC DOC, y'all know what the Code of Gash is. So I'm like, Lord, please, I just want to get my little bit of groceries, but I might have to, what? Have this sister's back, right? This morning's topic is who really got your back. So now I'm like, all right, here come her homegirls. All right, it's going to be 4 against 1 if this dude acts stupid, right? Nah, but he just pressing girl up. Cool. She can handle it, right? She tell him straight up, yo, back the F up. I was like, all right, that's what I'm talking about. She stood on business, right? And he got an attitude. But guess what he did? He backed the F up. Because her homegirls was coming around the corner, and they was about that life. One of them, check this out, she had locks longer than Bob Marley's, R.I.P. Bob Marley. Yes, and so she looked like she was on the more masculine side of things. No offense, just an observation, right? So between her two homegirls, and dare I say myself, if it had to get down to that, we'd have bust his, you know what. Now, I say all of that to say this. I'm a grandmother buying groceries in the supermarket. I ain't about fighting, but I'm going to have that sister's back. Because I don't give a good goddamn what she look like. If she tell you back up, fool, back up, fool. So, I say all of that to say this. When Representative... see how I'm turning this around back to that State of the Union? Today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is who got your back. When Representative Al Green stood up and told Orangina, basically like, yo, don't cut what my constituents need. They need these programs and services, i.e. Medicare and Medicaid. And guess what Orangina did? He had his homeboy, Mike Johnson, to get the other homeboys, the sergeant at arms, to get the representative up out of the chamber while the State of the Union was in progress. How about robbing the constituents of hearing what their representative had to say? Nah, this ain't no free country. Don't ever believe the hype. He shut it down, right? But why I'm pissed is none of the Democrats stood up. None of them had Al Green's back. You see what I'm saying? I had a stranger's back. If I had to jump in there and wail on dude with those other two sisters, I had that girl's back. I am my sister's keeper. Yeah, but his homeboys and homegirls from Congress, his co-workers, his colleagues, did not have his back. First of all, I got a bone to pick with you, Hakeem. Yeah. Hakeem Jeffries, come here. You from Brooklyn, you should have told all of the congressmen and ladies, don't go to that farce. Yeah, you know Orangina is about optics. Nobody on the Democratic or liberal side, if you will, if they caucus with the Democrats, nobody on the Democratic side should have attended that State of the Union. And I'm going to tell you why. Orangina is big into optics, how things look. If half the chamber were empty, it would have drove his butt crazy. Yes, and the news would not have had any choice but to cover it because half the house is vacant. So I do believe, however, that because half the house, if they did not show up, were vacant, he would have probably told some of those Republicans, sit at those other tables. Because you know they sit separate sides. And if he did not tell them to sit at the other tables, guess what? They would have only looked at one side of the chamber. Yeah. But the story would have come out that not one Democrat attended. To include, if not one Democratic Supreme Court justice went. I mean, they can't really do that because they're not supposed to be partial. Okay, John Roberts. Okay. All right. What's his name? Clarence Thomas. We know Amy Coney Barrett. We know Brett Kavanaugh. We know they are partial. So when you think about why did Hakeem Jeffries allow all the congressmen and women to go to that farce of a State of the Union, it escapes me. Because I would not have shown. When Representative Al Green stood up, nobody had his back. No one else walked out of the chamber. They all should have got up. And we should have demanded more from the Democrats. Now, standing up to Orangina on a podcast, on one of these, talk shows, these political shows, or on social media, that's one thing. Maybe it's step one. It's a baby step. But that chamber being empty would have been a big boy step. Yeah. Or when Representative Al Green from Texas stood up, and then they all got up and walked out as he was being let out, that would have been a real huge step. But no, they sat there. Did you see when Orangina said something about Pocahontas? Yeah, and Elizabeth Warren is just clapping. Yo, chick, he's clowning you in your face on television. And you're clapping like you're saying something? She should have stood up and walked out too. Nah, but they just sitting there. So you get what your hand calls for. You're going to keep getting berated. You're going to keep being disrespected because you're not really standing up to the dude in the aisle. You're not standing up to the bully. You're not standing up to the person who trying to touch your arm without permission. Yeah, sometimes you gotta bring your homeboys who really got your back is the topic. Sometimes you gotta really bring your crew. And sometimes you gotta light fire under the bully. But when you don't, the bully is going to do what the bully does. He's going to take advantage of your weaknesses. I want you to understand today's message is who really got your back. Representative Al Green from Texas stood on business, but he stood alone. His colleagues floundered. They fell short. My name is Nay. I have something to say. Teach yourself and your babies. Peace. I love you. Good morning.